for Macquarie versus Unbreakables. This is a pretty intensive match because this is a massive rivalry from two teams last year. But both the teams are pretty different. Looks like Unbreakables get a fast break on Brooms up and quick goal. They're 10-0 up straight away. But this will be a really interesting match to watch, mainly just because it's two very different teams. Both teams have lost key players from their squads in the last 6 months. Macquarie have lost some members to the Valkyries team, and the Unbreakables lost players to the Unspeakables team and also to the Unforgivables. So they're a fairly new team based on the players who are actually here. Alright, we just got a Brooms down there. So after a quick shot for Macquarie on goals, it just went over the hoops. Unbreakables are getting the ball back. And we'll see how the Unbreakables go against a set defence. We're with two bludgers.
Quaffle is currently with Harry Cutler.
So yeah, Harry's trying to get the ball up, but yeah, with the two bludgers on the defence for Macquarie, it's really hard. But unlucky.
There is a bludger off pitch now.
Yeah, so we've got some beta play happening in front of us that they're discussing with the callers, but it has basically meant that there is no beaters on the defence for the Macquarie anymore. So Harry Cutler was able to just kind of drive in and get a goal.
Oh, I don't like the zoom on this camera.
Yep, so yeah, Macquarie will start with the ball again. The score is now 20-0 to the Unbreakables. And all of the bludger discrepancies have just been finished up there.
Drop us closer, right?
Yeah, this is pretty interesting to see, like, you should be
yeah, that's we got some good tackle pressure from Taylor Angel over there. Unbreakables captain, really making it hard for Ryan to kind of break through, but he manages to get a pass off to Emma Knight, but she gets beat by Henry Fair, which means that Sean Jong is able to just clean up the Buckley there. But Macquarie still have the two bludgers in their play. They haven't been able to lose that bludger control yet, no matter how hard the Unbreakables are trying. So we'll see how the Unbreakables go on this play, given that the last couple of plays they've had, where there has been the bludgers in the defence, they haven't been able to break through yet. They've only managed to do it on a fast break or when there's been no bludgers. I'm out!
Oh, but a nice beat from Khan there gets rid of some of the
picked up by Harry Cutler
players.
though.
Yeah, Harry Cutler coming right in to clean it up. And he's waiting just a little bit so that the players can come back in, because I think at some point there Harry Cutler was the only Unbreakables quaffle player who was actually not beat. But a quick drive on what is a Baylor defence from Macquarie means he was able to get close up the hoops, but a nice beat from Jeff Talbot there means that Ryan Shields can just pick up the ball and drive through. A nice opening from Jeff Talbot there with the blood play, but a shot goes over hoops and goes outside the hard boundary. So Unbreakables will end up with the quaffle again. But no matter what's going on
here, a couple of new subs.
Yeah, we've got some new subs going on. So we've got Andrew Carmichael, come on, Joe Buckingham-Shum, this is her first tournament. We've got Attila Canuck subbing for Henry Fair there. The Macquarie are yet to make a sub with their lines, but the players that they've got on field at the moment are working really well. That defense is very tight. They're playing a Baylor defense, having the three people really close on hoops and then a beater there to support them. So they're making it really hard for the Unbreakables to really get a chance to advance at the hoops. Unbreakables trying to pass the ball around to get out, but a nice forced pass from Scott Palmer there, forcing Harry Cutler to pass to Joanna-Shum means that Macquarie were able to just get the quaffle back, and they're able to have a chance to attack on the Unbreakables hoops again. They still haven't had the chance to score yet. They've had a couple of shots go over the hoops, but unluckily they just haven't had the chance to really get up close and just try and drive and dunk towards the hoops. The Unbreakables defense is very tight. But a nice pass from Ryan Shields to Rebecca Robb means that she's able to just take a nice alley pass and dunk on the hoop. So the score is now 20-10 to the Unbreakables still. Looking like this game's going to be really tight. Had a couple of subs now. Rebecca, the goal scorer there from Macquarie, is just subbed for Maria Villavedra. And we've had another Unbreakables Kayess sub for Sammy Lim. And he's able to get Sammy Lim, the brand new player that's just come on subbing. He's only started playing this year, has just come on and scored, meaning it's now 30-10. But a quick drive from Ryan Shields. Is a quick goal callback, a quick goal again for the Macquarie team there. So the score is now 30-20 on a nice tackle from Scott Palmer there, meaning the Unbreakables can't advance the quaffle as quickly as they'd like to. So we'll see how this offense goes, because they were able to get some good passing around hoops there, the Unbreakables last time, to score on this very tight Baylor defense. With some good beating from Jeff Talbot there, meaning that Unbreakables no longer have a beater to support them in this play. But a nice run there from Andrew Carmichael means he's able to get the quaffle, but he got beat by Quan Hong. So Ryan Shields there to pick up the ball, and they're going to try and advance on the Unbreakables defense again.
The defending beaters are Nitya and Attila. By the end of this year, I predict that Attila, the number of bludgers that Attila has burst, I will need 2 hands to count. Funny story with the current male beater there for the Unbreakables. A nice shot from Ryan Shields on the hoops. Means he's able to shoot over the entire Unbreakables defense there and get another goal. So the score is now 30-all, which is really tight for these two teams. As there are, these two teams are looking like they're going to have a good, strong rivalry this year, just like they did last year. But we'll see how they go now. The Macquarie team are really forcing the Unbreakables to just pass that ball around between their players. But some good beats there from Jeff Talbot, meaning that they're able to get some plays out. But Andrew Carmichael for the Unbreakables able to just drive through the defense and get a nice goal. So Unbreakables are now at 40-30, and Ryan Shields is making that fast break on the hoops again. He's being tackled up by the goal has been saved,
but it was saved. Sammy Lim able to get a couple of fingers to it to save the ball there.
Dodge the bludger nicely.
We're going to have some pressure here now.
You can't dodge that one.
No longer have a bludger in their play. So Ryan Shields again going to try and do it, but Andrew Carmichael cleaning him up. But a nice pass to Scott Palmer right at the hoops means that Macquarie are able to get another goal. So again, the score is now 40-all. So looks like this game might just be goal for goal, and it may just come down to the snitch.
The Unbreakables returned the exact same type of goal that was previously had as well. Just throwing it straight into the middle hoop and bending that hoop over.
Yeah, it's looking like these two teams are playing very, very similarly. They're setting up that same kind of defense, just the Macquarie defense just looking a little bit tighter than
Attila has gotten rid of that bludger. Quaffle has gone to Hugo.
Yeah,
back to Joe.
Unbreakables, they're getting the bludger control from Macquarie. So Unbreakables now have
Quan's at the back of the hoops though.
But Quan, a nice beat on Andrew Carmichael. And then on Joe Shum means, and on Hugo Bay. Quan beating out 3 of the Unbreakables players to stop their offense. So that was some good beater play there from Quan Hong. So Macquarie again trying to advance up. We had Ryan Shields just sub off for Stephen Butler, a returning player from Western Sydney, back to the Macquarie team, and he's able to try and get a quick drive on hoops, but that goal is called no good as he was beat before he made the shot. So Unbreakables able to get the quaffle back, as a lot of the Macquarie players did just start running back towards their own hoops before the goal was called good or no good. It's generally an idea that your players generally should be waiting until the goal is called good or no good to decide whether or not to defend hoops. Nice tackle from Scott Palmer there, forcing the pass to Hugo Fahey from Andrew Carmichael. The Unbreakables really struggling to get past these players.
Joff has cleaned up both beaters.
But unlucky miss there on Hugo Fahey means that he's able to get a pass off to Joanna-Shum. But they're just passing it through. And after some lucky passing between Joanna-Shum, Hugo Fahey and Andrew Carmichael's able to get that last pass to be a goal. So the score is now 50-40 to the Unbreakables. Looking again like it's going to be a really tight game here.
Oh, Maria's setting a pick?
Yeah, nice screen there for Maria, but Hugo able to block the shot from Stephen Butler on hoops.
Yeah.
So both teams are having an excellent defense on these games, or within this game, sorry. So yeah, Unbreakables again advancing the quaffle up. Now
we have a new player from the Unbreakables. That's Valerie on the right wing.
Yeah, so again, they've just got some new players on. So we've had Yukitoshi Zhou is back for the Unbreakables there. He's recently switched from beating to chasing for this game. Oh, and an unlucky shot there on the hoops from Yukitoshi means that they deflect. Macquarie keeper Stephen Butler deflects it, and Hugo does a drive on hoops though. Is able to get his hand all the way through the hoop with the ball past Stephen Butler and Maria Villavedra, meaning the Unbreakables are able to get a goal. So they are now up 60-40, I believe. This is the biggest margin all game. So we'll see if the margin gets any bigger or if Macquarie are able to get some quick goals to bring that margin back down, or perhaps get in front for the first time all game. So Macquarie advancing quite slowly up. Maria trying to set a pick there, but not quite getting there in time. And Sean Zhong is able to tackle Stephen Butler there, forcing some really short passes between Stephen and Maria. And Stephen really struggling to get through Yukitoshi here. He's putting up some good pressure, but a nice pass to Maria gets the ball right past him. Oh, and that is a good beat from Nitya, but it was called safe. And Stephen is just not Scott Palmer there was not able to result in the goal. So Macquarie still have the quaffle now, and they're really trying to get past this defense. But they're really finding some struggles. Oh, Maria is open on the hoops, but the pass goes a little bit past her and she's not able to get the clean shot. She gets beat out there by Nitya Ramalingam. And the shot that she had on hoops was deflected by Hugo Fay, so he's able to get the quaffle and advance back up for another Unbreakables offense. So looking like there are some players on field who are pretty tired, so we'll probably get a couple other subs soon. Macquarie do have a pretty small squad today. I think they're only 12 or 13 players. So they're really trying to conserve their energy, because this is looking like it could be a really long game. Whereas the Unbreakables seem to have about eight subs in their sub box. So they've got a couple more subs. So they've got the ability to sub a bit quicker. And some passing there for the Unbreakables in their offense. They're really struggling to get past this Baylor defense. They're just not, I would say, they're not quite passing quick enough to get past it, especially as they have Macquarie have the two bludgers in the defense. And they're just putting a lot of pressure on the Unbreakables. And a nice beat there from Jacinta Mitchell on Yukitoshi means that the Unbreakables have now lost the passing option in their play. And the quaffle gets deflected by Jeff Talbot there into Scott Palmer's hands. So Macquarie able there to save a possible goal there from the Unbreakables. So the score is staying at 60-40.
Jeff is pushing up on Attila, who could not get that bludger on the offense previously.
Yeah, Jeff putting a lot of pressure on the Unbreakables chasers to try and get an opening in the Unbreakables defense. And it's looking like that's what they're going to have to do. But a pass there from Scott Palmer to new player Claire Corbett. And back to Stephen Butler again. But the shot on hoops goes underneath. And Sean Zhong is able to clean that up. So Unbreakables again just advancing quite slowly up the field. So it's looking like both teams are really just trying to conserve their energy in this game. I think both teams have realised it's going to be quite a long game. So yeah, some passing there from QFA to Sean Zhong. And Sean just drives on hoops. But the dunk on hoops goes underneath the hoops. Got a little bit afraid there, I think, of having Claire Corbett in front of the hoops. And so the pass didn't quite go in there. And the Unbreakables, an unlucky kick there from Valerie means that the quaffle has actually gone past the halfway line, so they have used their reset. So Unbreakables now, they've got to keep that ball in the offensive half, otherwise they will get called for a legal reset here. So they're really just trying to figure out how they can pass around the and an unlucky miss on beat, from Jeff Talbot there on Attila means that Unbreakables are able to get the bludgers out of play, and Hugo just drives on hoops and dunks to the middle line. So Unbreakables now, they are now on 70 to Macquarie's 46. This is now a margin of 30 points, which is the biggest margin we've had all day in this match. And yeah, it looks like we've had a couple other subs for Macquarie. We've now got Aiden and Peter on their keeper Ryan on the field now. And the
looks like some of the other players are now called for subs as well. Had a couple of other subs to do breakers. They're coming in to try and get the quaffle from Macquarie. And the notice is that all the big players in that middle, but Hugo Fraser with the quaffle. And it's been some crowd up in here from Quaffle. Nice tackle from Stephen Butler there, but I think he's able to get a nice tackle from Hugo. Passing up the ball. On Macquarie too. That was an excellent play from the Unbreakables there to try and phase the Macquarie players as they were advancing with the quaffle. Good beating there from Jeff Hubbard means that he was able to actually, he got a beat on him while he had immunity. So the beat was actually called safe. Jeff was able to get one possession back for the Macquarie team there. And it's opening back in the defense. And a big shot from Stephen Butler did go back to clear court there, but the goal on the front there did go through. So some really hectic play there, meaning we had some very weird goals there, but the score is still 80-50 to the Unbreakables. So we've got Harry Cutler's now back on the field for the Unbreakables as their keeper. So it's looking like we've got some rotations on all the way through. We've got some new beaters on there as well, so Lily Williamson back on the field for the Unbreakables, so we'll see how she and Alex work together as well. But it looks like Macquarie just not giving them really any opportunities to break through on their defence. And we've got a quick dry run there from Andrew Carmichael, trying to get on the hoop. That shot not quite going through, but a nice from Valerie, one of the new Unbreakables players. Means that she's now scored what could be her first goal in Quidditch in New South Wales. So that was some really good passing there from the Unbreakables to get through the Macquarie defence, and it's looking like if the Unbreakables keep this up with their passing, they will be able to extend their lead just a little bit further. They're now up 90-50, so they are out of range. And the Snitch Courtney Buckley has now come back to the pitch, so it looks like we're now at about the 16-17 minute mark. Courtney coming onto the pitch now, so it looks like we have reached 17 minutes. The seekers for both the Unbreakables and Macquarie are coming over. The seekers, Taylor Angelo, captain, and Rebecca Robb, one of the new players. And with the quaffle play, Harry Cutler going right up in hoops, just trying to get on the goal, but some good play there from the Shields brothers means that Ryan's able to get that keeper immunity and stop an Unbreakables goal there. So what would be a good chance here for Macquarie is to try and get another quick goal to make minimise that margin down to just 30 points and maybe see if they can catch to go to overtime. Because at the moment here it looks like Unbreakables do have that little bit of an advantage because they are up by 40 points. So some good defensive play there from the Unbreakables, just trying to force passes. But the beater play there between Kwandang and Alex Lewis means that Macquarie did actually get them beater control back. But it looks like Kwan's going to stay back and Jeff's just going to distract some of the beaters there. So it looks like all the beaters are now distracted. And a shot from Ryan Shields that I think was meant to be a pass to Claire Call, but goes safely through one of the hoops there. So Macquarie are now back in range, the score now being 90-60. But Stephen Butler being a defensive seeker there, not giving Taylor Angelo any chances to go through. But the call's now been to catch. So we'll see what happens here. And a nice little beat there from Jeff Talbot meant that the Unbreakables kind of had to reset their offense again, as he was able to beat Harry Cutler, who was standing there on the halfway line, and he had the quaffle. But, and a nice catch from Stephen Butler there. Meaning we've got the brooms down. So if this is called clean, it will mean that we do go to overtime for this match. But we'll see what the refs do call here. We've got the snitch there, Courtney Buckley, and snitch ref Kelsey Collins, who is also an experienced snitch herself, talking with Logan Davis, the head ref. And we will see what the call here is. Logan is calling the catch clean to Macquarie. So with that snitch catch to Stephen Butler, it means we have a score of 90 all after the first snitch catch. So yeah, the teams are now going to be switching sides as this is now going to go into overtime, which is pretty great for these two teams given that the rivalry that they've had in the last year. So, and to see that they're keeping it up and nothing's really changed even though the teams have is really great to see.
especially because these two teams are probably going to be contending for the title of Division 2 winners again.
Pressure at all.
Not pressure at all, Lilian. How are we feeling? How are we feeling? you got Snitch?
I'm gonna have a bludger on me the whole time.
Ah, I mean, therein lies the crux of the matter.
I'm going to run away.
Do you want to help players?
No!
Hey, Lilian.
She stopped me. She let me go. Are you ready? I'm a close quarters speaker, so she stopped and I was like,
Come on, Unbreakables! Let's go there!
10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Seekers are released. Yes, Taylor!
Nice one, Joe!
Come on, 3 steps back. Remount, restarting on the whistle. Down and out.
Well done, Lydia! Well done!
Yes, you go. That's okay. Keep going.
Well done, Lydia! You're amazing!
Come on, hurry up. Cheers, Aaron.
Well done, Unbreakables! Come on!
Clean catch to Macquarie!